Yo, what is up? Hollow Nasty here, back with the SKL Tier 3 and below. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Whatever. I'm playing Beacheza, Tier 3 and below. I want to talk about my team. So I bring Slow King right away off with the Tenga Berry, which weakens Bug, and if it doesn't weaken Bug, I brought the Bug one. So I brought the Bug Berry on my Slow King because he had a Cobalion that didn't come, and it was Z move SD. ZX Scissor kind of swept through my team. So I brought the Tenga Berry on my Slow King to try and deal with that. I knew I could always kind of revenge it with the Hail thing. Sand Slash Alolan. Um, I don't even know if I ran Earthquake if I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, but I'm pretty confident I could have revenged it. So I brought Soul King to deal with that, which didn't come, which was very blessed. I brought Curse Registeel, that's blessed. I brought Snarl Nasty Plot Persian, that's blessed. I brought a really similar Shaman Says last week with the special attack, I'm pretty sure, that's blessed. I brought Encore Auroras. This thing has a move pool of 1,000%. It's very good. I really like its move pool. Encore, Rocks, Hail, Blessed. And then I brought not Sand. I brought Hail Sweeper Blessed. So my team's blessed. He leads off Rotom Heat. I lead off Persian. Persian's my best lead. Maybe I should talk about his team a little bit. I didn't really care what anything about his team was. I didn't see the Cobalion. I thought it was a free dub. Cobalion was probably the only thing that threatened me on his team. This little Tyrantrum, it wasn't Z, so I was not afraid of it, because if it was Z, it could have threatened Registeel, but with that Registeel can curse up on it, we'd be looking good. So I Snarl right away with this Persian. I get Spit Abstract. It actually does more than Dark Pulse with Technician, and I get special attack drops. So I go Shaman predicting the Volt Switch here, because I don't want to tank Volt Switch with my Persian. He goes Crobat. Crobat I don't care about. Slow King is free to come in on this Crobat, knowing that there's no Cobalion. Slow King is free to come in on basically everything. That's not. And just free to come in on everything. I'm not gonna fool with y'all. So I Scald my best play. He U-turns, he eats my Tenga Berry. I'm like, whatever, there's no Cobalion. So I go hard rolls because I didn't know actually what to go on this thing. And he Calm Mind, so I'm like, yo, I brought Encore Tech. So I click Encore. So now I think he's gonna switch out. That's where I was wrong. So I click Stealth Rocks and he stays in, and that confused me a lot. But he keeps Calm Minding, so I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna Blizzard you now. Yeah, I do 23%, which is cool. And then his Encore runs up, so I'm like, I'm just gonna Encore you again. And this is really confusing to me, because I could have switched out into my Alolan Sand Slash and just Icicle crashed it while I was Encored, but he doesn't. So I Blizzard again, and this is where I'm realizing that with pressure my PP's kind of run a little low. So whatever. So I drop an Earth Power here because I said my PP was running a little low. Catching on his Sprint Club, I'm gonna switch in. Looking like a stud. Hail's almost out. Pretty sure he's probably gonna want to D5. Whatever. I'm going free Shaman. He drops Toxic, which is good for me. I don't really care. I'm Natural Cure. Yeah, I Psychic. Or no, I didn't Psychic. Did I Psychic? He reels to be Citrus Rotom though. I didn't even notice that. I Leaf Seed here. Stud. Alright, apparently I go Roars, predicting him to defog. Well, he didn't defog with Prinplup, so I figured he must have had defog on Rotom Heat. And I had the Leech Seed, so I know I can just lay Rocks again. Because I think I'm neutral to Overheat. And I had Leech Seed, so I'm doing pretty good. So he Rain Dances. I thought that was a little interesting. I thought that was pretty interesting, tag by him. And this is the play where I Psychic predict him and go Crobat. And I do Taunt, and I go hard Slow King, as I said, I have no reason not to. And I Psychic next play, as he sees Supersonic Skycrake's mate, bounces off. Bounces off, and I Psychic here. I just wanted this thing dead. I knew it couldn't kill me. It was a 50-50, I guess, but I really didn't care. I wanted the thing dead. He goes Spiritomb. I believe he rests here. I Scalded like a stud. I thought I was gonna be faster. I get that rain boosted, does 45%. So yeah, if I was faster, that thing died, but I wasn't. I don't know why I thought I was faster. I was running absolutely no speed, but just be like that sometimes. So I go Persian, and I intend just to snarl this thing a lot. And yeah, he goes, I get parried. So I'm like, fuck it, he's in Prinplup. I snarl. I thought this thing was gonna do a lot more, and it didn't. So he lays Rocks, but I'm like, well, I need to remove his Eviolite then. So I click Knock Off, and his Spiritomb comes back in, and knock off the lefties, which is very, very useful for me. So he goes Gardevoir. I just Snarl again. I'm not afraid of the young Snarl. Snarl drop his special attack is real clutch, and I'm able to go Slow King really comfortably because I know he can't do enough damage to me. Even if he does, I'll just regen out in a Registeel. So he does 26. Here's where I let it slack off, and he goes into this thing. Prinplup. I go back at a Persian. I'm really not afraid of this at all, but I did predict the Toxic because he did reveal Toxic earlier in the game, and I knew my Persian's paired. I'm not afraid of Toxic here. So now he goes into Rotom. I go out into Shaman, and he did drop an Overheat here. So I'm like, maybe that wasn't my best play, but it's whatever. I did Psychic just to kill it. I'm like, I don't really need this Pokemon anymore. He goes Gardevoir. Did I go Slow King or did I go Registeel? I think I went Registeel here, like a stud. I went Slow King. I'm not a stud. I lied. So now I go Registeel. If he DD'd here, I could have been in a little bit of trouble, but he had smashed. He said Life Orb, so I'm like still thinking I'm in a little bit of trouble, but I'm throwing up his curse anyway, and he switched out, which was an interesting play. He probably should have tried to keep up the pressure on me, claim a kill, because then, I mean, even if he claimed this kill, I was just going over spamming Blizzard, and until that thing died, and then I was going into my Sandslash and winning the game. But now that I get these free curses up, this game's over, and I know this game is over. So all I gotta do is just curse up. He sleep talked here, I don't know why, he messed up, can't sleep, so yeah, I got a free curse. I predicted him to rest there anyway, but it doesn't really matter. I don't actually know how much my Iron Head's going to do until I Iron Head with it. So I'm thinking at this point, I don't really want this thing to get any more Calm Minds. So I think I'm about to just start Iron Heading soon. I'll take another curse though, real quick. Did I go all the way times 4? I went all the way times 4. Hella greedy by me, but I'm like, whatever. Maybe I did run calcs. I don't actually remember that well. Yeah, he sleep talked again. Yeah, maybe I did. Iron Head only did 61, but you see his times 2 only does 34 to me. Yeah, I got lefties. I'm also Rest Talk, so there's that. I'm not really afraid of anything he has anymore. No, he T-Bolts me does 23. Really nothing. My Iron Head dies, and then I know his Earthquake without a crit is not killing me, so we're fine on that regard. And that does 12. So we did clean up. We did clean up with the Registeel. Registeel's a threat. I learned this from my boy Turbo. I don't know where Turbo went. If you don't know where Turbo went, tell him reach out to Sport Hollow Nasty. I don't know why he's been ghosting me like that, but it just be like that sometimes. So that's my week 2. I'm now sitting at 2-0 plus 8, doing pretty solid heading into week 3. So I hope you all enjoying this T3 and below. I'm enjoying T3 and below. As you see in these T3 and below, I flex with a lot of Pokemon that I would flex with in T1s and above. So I really enjoy just using them in their scene and then being the most dominant threats objectively, like Shaman and stuff. Like now they're the top, they're the king anymore. Like I say they're the king, even though they're not really the king, but now they're really the king. So it's just a lot of fun for me to use Pokemon that I would normally use, but like they're actually like really good now instead of just really good. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I'll see you all next week. Peace.